Overwatch 2 is getting a G.I. Joe collab, but what can we expect? And who is getting the skins? Let's have a look. This has to be one of the most difficult prediction videos I've ever had to make. Trying to do an educated guess on which hero is going to get a G.I. Joe skin in Season 17 has proven to be difficult. The challenge wasn't that much that I needed to pick an Overwatch name on a G.I. Joe character. That part was actually pretty easy. It's almost like the original Overwatch team took a lot of inspiration from G.I. Joe when they figured out all of these characters that we are playing on a daily basis. And that would make a lot of sense. The stories are kinda similar in a way. They're just set in a very different time. Overwatch is G.I. Joe and Talon is Cobra. What had me breaking my head over and over again was which G.I. Joe characters I was actually going to pick. Because for one, there are so many of them. And on both the G.I. Joe and Cobra side, there are some really interesting characters. Some that would fit really well in this collaboration. So, what I decided to do is pick 5 on each side. 5 good guys, 5 bad guys. And I'm trying to mirror them against each other. When it comes to the rank, abilities, gender, all that stuff. However, there are 2 important things to note. 1, I had to make some tough choices. Choices some of you might not agree with. That's fine. You can let me know in the comments which characters you would have picked. And 2, I don't think we're going to get 10 skins in this collab. We could, and it's possible. I mean, the Street Fighter collab was 8, but I don't think so. That all being said, let's have a look. And we're going to start out with the leaders. And I already know there's going to be discussion about this part. But apart from General Flag, who actually started G.I. Joe, Hawk has always been the leader for me, the OG. So I'm going to add him. Now, I've seen in the comments on my previous video that some people were thinking about a Duke Soldier 76 skin. But I'm taking a different route, and I'm giving Soldier 76 a Hawk skin. On the Cobra side, it's a lot easier. Cobra Commander. It's even in his name. He's the commander of Cobra. Now, someone suggested that we give that skin to Moira, and I like that idea. I think it's a glorious idea, but I think the more likely option is going to be Reaper. Next up, the second in command. Like I said earlier, on the Joe side, I'm not going for Duke, but I'm going for Stalker. Why? Well, I want Baptiste to get a nice collaboration skin for once, and he would make a great Stalker. And then on the Cobra side, again, easy, the Baroness. That is almost a must-have, and that is most likely going to be Widowmaker. There's no other way. Widowmaker in glasses. I think some people are going to start sweating really hard when they see that skin. Oh boy. The next one is just dead easy, and that was because it was already confirmed. I made a whole video about it. In the trailer, we can see Genji wearing the Snake Eyes skin. Easy. GG. Now the Cobra side, come on, there is no other option. Storm Shadow. Now Storm Shadow has been part of G.I. Joe and Cobra, so I'm conveniently using him as one of the evil guys. And I'm giving the skin to Hanzo. Why? Because I can. It's my list. And because of the whole brother thing and the rival thing, you know. It would look pretty nice. Alright, let's move on to the ladies, because we need some female representation in this collab on both sides. That whole cartoon series and the toys were a huge sausage fest, especially in the 80s. So it's not going to be easy to pick. However, Freya just was released. How about a Scarlet Freya skin? Would be perfect. It almost is as if it was meant to be. I think that is a safe bet. But who am I going to put on the Cobra side? Because G.I. Joe might be a sausage fest, but Cobra, they are actually even worse. Which proves my point that all villains in the world actually have mommy issues. Now, first I was thinking of just gender swapping a hero. I had Zartan in mind specifically because I think he would make a great fit for Sombra. But you know what? Zartan actually has a sister, Zarana. Yeah, I know. Not the most imaginative family with the names and whatnot. Did you know that their brother is called Xandar? That actually made me think about Zoltar, the fortune-telling machine animatronic with that movie with Tom Hanks. Anyways, I digress. A mix between Zartan and Zarana would kind of be cool to give to Sombra. The final category is the bulky dudes. I don't know what to call them. The heavies. And on the G.I. Joe side, I'm going for Roadblock. Just the name by itself. He's the heavy gunner and gourmet chef for G.I. Joe. Gourmet chef. Now, he would be a perfect fit for manga. Come on. It would look so amazing. Now, for the other side, the mirror side, basically the last hero in this whole list, I'm actually not going to pick a Cobra character, right? I'm going to pick Destro, the Scottish arms dealer, the head of the Mars Corporation, because I think he would make a great fit for Doomfist. That would be one amazing looking skin. He actually also has the hand cannon with the mask. But anyways, that was my list of suggestions, all 10 of them. I could keep going for, I don't know, another 20 minutes because there are so many characters in that universe. It's insane. But again, don't expect to get 10 skins. It's not going to happen. 6, maybe 8, not 10. But I do think that some of my suggestions are going to be in there. Maybe. I've been right before, and I've also been very wrong, so Now, this is going to be a shop event, so I wouldn't expect much more than just the skins being in the shop somewhere in the next few weeks. There will, however, most likely be this G.I. Joe styled trailer that they're going to release somewhere in the next few days or next few weeks, depends on when that collab is going to happen, and that is most likely going to look pretty amazing. But I don't expect a game mode or anything. However, there's always a however. In that trailer that I discussed earlier this week, there was this one shot that showed a table that had Nerf darts and the Nerf Vortex on there, which is one of those bigger chunky toys that makes the whistling sound as it flies. Never had one. Poor family. We didn't have that kind of money. That could point at some new Nerf guns being released for Overwatch somewhere soon. They actually had a few back in the early days, in the Overwatch 1 days. I actually have the Reaper ones laying around somewhere. I need to find those. But it also could be a sponsored Summer Games event where we get a game mode where we use all those toys. Could be cool. Or what if we get weapon skins that turn all of the weapons into Nerf guns? That would actually be cool. Maybe we'll get all of the above. We'll get the weapon skins in the game, in the real world, and we're going to use them in a new Summer Games event. Bam. Yeah, I'm asking for too much now. I realize that. As soon as we learn more, I'll tell you guys about it. So make sure to subscribe. Now tell me, which G.I. Joe skin did you have in mind? Let me know in the comments. For now, however, that was it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It always helps me out. I also want to thank my patrons and YouTube members. You too can become a member over on patreon.com/theomnicpost and right here on YouTube to unlock exclusive rewards. If you have a few minutes left, maybe check out one of my other videos. But above all, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye bye.